Hey guys, Corbin here. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the brand new ManyChat setup that you need for your coaching business if you don't want to get restricted on Instagram. Now, in case you've been living under a rock, everyone is getting banned on Instagram right now. I'm sure you yourself have probably faced restrictions, and if not, whenever you open up Instagram, you've probably seen a video or two by people reporting that their huge account that has never violated any conditions has now been shut down or restricted or banned, whatever. And especially if you're on a coaching or consultancy business, you heavily lean on ManyChat in order to take people from content to becoming a lead, right? Either opting in for a PDF or a freebie, or in our case, the AI assessment funnels, and then eventually booking a call. But even ManyChat is not safe. Up until now, your ManyChat flows have probably looked like this. It's just the same message for everybody, right? But this has now been put under scrutiny, essentially, right? A lot of my clients who had previously run ManyChat automations at a really high degree, 10,000 sends, 20,000 sends, are reporting that their account is getting restricted. And we were trying to figure out, well, why is this? What's actually happening here? And buried deep in the conditions is repetitive messages that seem robotic, da-da-da-da-da. Even though ManyChat is a verified connection with Instagram, still, you have to be really, really safe. Now, this flow was inspired by this lady here, Megan Hall. She made a video showing her ManyChat flow. We've adopted a similar approach with a couple changes, but what she doesn't do in the video is show you how to actually set it up, and that's what I'm going to do here. Now, if you set up this ManyChat flow correctly, you will massively reduce the chance that your account gets restricted. But not only that, if you pair this up with something like an AI assessment funnel, like what we do, you will have an unbelievable explosion in your leads. I know this from experience. As soon as we connected our ManyChat with this AI assessment funnel, we had 20 times more leads, 10 times more qualified leads, 30 times cheaper cost per lead, zero meta restrictions, zero spammy follow-up, and with this ManyChat thing, combined with this new funnel, zero need for DM appointment setting. All things together, you get more leads, no restrictions. So without further ado, let me show you how to actually set this up. Firstly, here's an overview of exactly the components here, and then I'm actually going to do this live with you. It all starts here with the trigger. This is pretty self-explanatory, is we just select all posts, give it a keyword, and for us, we change the automatic comment reply to tell every lead to check their DM requests. Why do we do this? In case you haven't noticed, if a lead does not follow you and they opt in through ManyChat, all your automations get sent straight to their DM requests. 90% of the time, people are not going to open it up. So we tell people, check your DM requests. This is exactly what we had set up for our client versus Gravity, who had these phenomenal stats, right? People opted in and not only landed on the page, 650 unique landers, but 400 people actually went through and completed the entire application, right? Unbelievable stats. That application requires them to give personal information as well as their email and phone number. And the only way that we got people from content to actually getting on the page was to tell them to check their DM requests. If you tell them, hey, sent to your DMs, and they go to their DMs and it's not in their primary, they're like, well, what the fuck? Most people are a bit like sheep. You need to tell them, check the DM requests. So we have 3 different variations of that. Cool. The next thing is the randomizer. I'm going to show you how to set this all up, and that's an even split between 4 different pathways. So we've got every single person is automatically tagged with the same tag. For us, it's our quiz opt-in, and then we move on to the first message. Yo, first name, is this the best place to send you X resource? The next one is, yo, I saw you wanted a free personalized macro plan. This one, this is the grocery list I use to lose weight and gain muscle. Hit send it below. And then this one, this diet eliminated my bloating and got me 6-pack abs, whatever. If you don't do anything fitness related, do it related to finance or e-com or whatever the fuck, right? Then once they click on that, they've now opted in, and then bang, we send them this. Cool, you're gonna love this. Bang, that's the link. You got it. we built a 3-minute quiz, take the quiz below, boom. You're gonna love this, cool, here it is, cool. And that's pretty much it. Lots of different variations here. You're not gonna get restricted. And then all of these are automatically tagged by one tag here. So now, how do we set this up? You can do this with me, you can pause it as we go. Firstly, we're gonna open up ManyChat and go to the automation section here. Then in the top right, new automation. We wanna go start from scratch and start from a blank canvas, okay? Then our trigger, we're gonna start off with this, select new trigger, when a user comments on your post or reel. We're gonna keep it as all posts and reels, and then we're gonna add in our keyword. For us, we might say macro, if we're giving away a free personalized macro plan using our AI assessment funnel, then we would type in macro. Some people might not spell this correctly, maybe they misspell it. So macro, right? I know you might think that how on earth can you misspell this? You would be surprised. Cool, that's that. And then again, we just want to adjust these. So I'm going to pause this and come back. So you can pause this right here and just copy this. We've got sent, check your DMs. I just sent it to you, check your requests. Done, check your DM request. If you're the kind of person that adds emojis, go for it, no issues. It doesn't really change the conversion rate. Then we go save. Cool, that's all done. Now we want to go on to this next bit. By default, ManyChat's got it set up to just send a message. We don't want that, so we're going to go delete. And then from this little node, we want to add in the randomizer. Okay, if this doesn't pop up, then we're just going to drag this out ourselves, and then we can click randomizer. Okay, lovely. Now by default, it's only got two options. We're just going to go add new variation twice, and then 25% even split. Lovely, nice and easy. Then we're going to drag out one node at a time. We're going to start with Instagram here, and then we're going to type in the message. So I'm just going to copy and paste what we have. You want these to be different. Not only is it going to lead to randomized like messages and stuff, which is great, no like copies, but you also get to split test and see which variation leads to the most amount of opt-ins, right? So feel free to experiment with a couple things. Again, I'm going to pause this and come back when I've set it up. Now I've gone through and made the 4 different variations for the initial message, and I've done this for my client Sam, who's a gut health coach. Now for us personally, we are using an AI assessment in order to drive people to book a call, right? This is our highest converting kind of funnel, and this is an example that we built for a different client. They had phenomenal results. If you want to see the full breakdown of their results, you can click the little button here. We pretty much 20x'd the amount of leads and calls that they were doing within 30 days, and no Instagram restrictions or bans either. So this is an example of that one. Get your free personalized calisthenics plan to build a strong and functional body. So what we are doing is a variation of this, but for a gut type assessment. So this is what we have. Yo, first name, is this the best place to send you my gut type assessment? And the button, yep, send it here. Next variation, yo, I saw you wanted my free gut health type assessment. Yes, absolutely. This one, this is the gut type assessment I use to avoid my trigger foods and eliminate my bloating. Hit send it below. This gut type assessment eliminated my bloating and helped me get 6-pack abs. Hit 6-pack below. So again, the benefit, not only are we having variation in the messages so we don't get restricted, but we get to split test and see which one actually caused people to click through most. Now we can't stop there, obviously. We need to direct it to the final link button. So once again, we're going to pause and then add these in, but I'll show you how to do the first one. So from this node, you want to drag it out and click Instagram, and then we'll just paste in our first variation. I'm also going to go ahead and get the link. Here I'm going to change the name and the link and everything later on, but just for the sake of the example, we'll go button. We want to click right here and go open website. Paste in the website, and we'll call this one the gut health assessment, right? Gut assessment, boom, easier. So that's the first one. I'll come back with the rest. Alrighty, so these are now the 4 variations. When someone clicks yep, send it here, first variation, cool, you're gonna love this. And what we've done, we've added in gut type assessment. and then you just put the link to your landing page or to your PDF, whatever. This one here, awesome. Here's a link. Once you've completed the short quiz, we'll shoot across your personalized gut type assessment. And we just have start assessment. This one here is, you're going to love this, arrow, start quiz. This one, cool. Here it is, find my gut type. Now, once again, the benefit here is not just that it's variables, you're not going to get banned, but you will get to see, cool, what opt-in. This one might have 80%, but this one has 100%. This way that we phrase it here might have only 50%. This one might have 40%. So you can combine the best of both worlds. After about a week or so of driving traffic to it, you'll find the highest converting initial message and the highest converting link click message. Nice and easy. Now the final phase here, this one's super, super quick. All you do is you want to drive all of these to a very particular tag. Okay, so we're going to go here, contact data, add tag, and we're going to call this one quiz link click or assessment link click. We'll go tag, boom, and we're going to drag all of these to this. This just tells us, out of all the leads that opted in, who actually clicked. Now that reminds me, I didn't add in this one section here. It's very easy to do. What we want to do now, go back to the start of the quiz. I'm just going to zoom out, and we'll just delete these nodes here. All right, we'll drag all of this backwards, and then when we drag these out, we're going to go action, and we're going to call this one whatever quiz opt-in. So this one we're going to call, like, for the sake of it, I'll just make it simple. So quiz opt-in, and that just tells us, cool, these are the leads that put up their hand. They said, yeah, I want this thing. They may have not clicked on the link yet, but they opted in initially. Cool, so now these are all done. The reason why we have to add in different tags instead of just all connected to one is because if we just connected everything to one tag here, then as you can see, they're not actually randomized. They're gonna flow this way, right? So of course, we wanna keep them separate. They go through, but they all get tagged at the end. This way, when you're in the contacts section, you can filter this down by a certain tag, and you can find, right, which leads opted in and which leads actually went all the way through and clicked, right? So that's just how you can do it. And of course, when you filter it down, you can message these people, right? If we do this one instead, we can go through and message these people on Meta Business Suite if it's older than 7 days and do follow up, right? Don't want to get too sidetracked on that. This is really the main thing. Once you've done this, you are good to go. Now, if you want to know a bit more about what we do in terms of our AI assessments, then I'm going to leave this link right here. Go and watch that video. It shows you the full behind the scenes of how we set these up for our clients, how it's 10, 20, 30xing their lead flow, the full email sequences that we set up as well, and exactly our step-by-step process for setting this up for new coaches and consultants that we work with. So go ahead, click that video, and I'll see you guys there.